talent that we've had in the Valorant Study Showdown today has been through the roof, and I'm so excited about it, Laz.
Yeah, I'm looking really forward to it as well. I mean, last round save, they've been no strangers, of course, to the tournament, and they've had a long road, but they've taken down some pretty big teams, some heavy opponents. But we are finally here, and we saw Pugstars. They had some close nail biter games as well, but things are going to be starting off on Split. So now I'm curious to see, are we going to see anything a little bit different from the side of Pugstars? We saw before on Ascent, they had a bit of a standard setup, but already now it looks like Derek's switching things up as well. Bossy going back to Raze. Starting to look pretty much the same, I think, a little bit. Just the Killjoy instead of the Cypher.
Yeah, this is very interesting because, I mean, we saw Pugstars stray away from the breach on Ascent, and we saw the breach on the other side of the map. And so it's just going to be very interesting to see Derek on, I mean, just in general, on the breach here on Split. I mean, he's a fantastic agent on this map, so I'm really excited to see like what they're able to do, what kind of plays they're able to use. I mean, we saw last time the breach with 17 assists, so I'm really excited again to see the breach on the field and to be on both sides too, Laz. Like, that's going to be a lot. That's 6 flashes just from breach.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, like I said before, I mean, Breach is definitely one of those agents where, you know, he got a buff a long time ago. He got an extra flash and, you know, the aftershock. I mean, fault line. The guy has the full package. Rolling Thunder is just the most annoying thing to play against. So, and especially a map like Split, I mean, you can do a lot of really cool setups, both defense on the attacking side. So I'm really curious to see what these teams are going to bring to the table. And it is going to be Pugstars starting off on that defensive side, like we said. And I mean, Raze on a map like this totally makes sense. So really no big surprises. I was a little bit shocked that we aren't seeing the Cypher from Rajante, but I mean, you know what? Killjoy, not a bad pick.
Not a bad pick at all. A lot of people like to say that, I mean, Cypher isn't that good on Split, but, I mean, a player like Rajante or Rahante is a fantastic Cypher player in general. So, I mean, he can make anything work on Cypher. So, other than that, I'm excited to see him come out with some of these mollies. I mean, we're already seeing it now. The amount of craziness going on is insane. The kills are coming out 1 for 1 at the moment. Pugstars, there it is. Lots of trades happening. It is a 3v3 situation now. And Laz, this is a nice pistol round to get us started here in the grand finals.
Pugstars doing a really good job, just able to bring a lot of those fights together, winning those exchanges and the big player advantage. So now it's a 3-on-2 situation. Their jet is quite low. Aqua going to be a bit of an awkward position. The fault line actually might connect. Actually just going to be missing a little bit, but Aqua does miss those shots, and that's going to be Denya to pick up the triple actually now. So Pugstars take this pistol. And the one thing that we noticed from last round save is they did pretty much a 4-1 split. So all the 4 players pushed up A ramp, tried to get into heaven control, while the spike actually played in the back of A main. And we saw before, Bossy was trying to get, you know, a little bit cheeky through that dark cover. And I mean, if he would have been able to pick up that frag, that really could have changed things around even more for Pugstars.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm pretty sure I did see the paint shells come out from Pugstars, kind of pushing Rahante back a little bit, or sorry, not Rahante, but Corsonics back a little bit in that situation. So a little unfortunate there at the moment, but here it is again, a nice slow round in A main. I mean, they're not really doing anything crazy at the moment, allowing Pugstars to get a little bit antsy. And this is a nice, slow, quiet push.
This is back to what they did in the pistol round, so they're going to try to go for it again. Try the bread and butter, why not? Didn't work the first time, maybe work the second. But now they're going to push on through Yoshi, though, going to get fully blind, but that's already going to be 1 frag picked up now. 2 players remaining. They put a lot of money on the board. They actually went for the Force, and so far, it's looking a little bit dire for them at this moment. I mean, the Breach and the Omen are remaining. 11 HP, surviving, bleeding so heavily, and now Pugstars, they have a lot of control of this site. The spike is down. They don't have control of this, so that's what makes it even harder for last round save.
Pugstars definitely trying their hardest to not make it easy, especially with Nerfed, with this beautiful flank around and a double kill. A nice crispy double kill too. It feels good to see those nice quick headshots. Denya on top right now with 4-0, looking real pretty there at the top. But Pugstars versus Last Round Save here in the grand finals. It's me, Choice Plays, hanging out with Laz. How you doing, Laz?
You know, man, it's been a good day here at the VSS, and I mean these teams must be exhausted. I mean, like we said, Last Round Save, they pulled a nail biter of a game where they went 15-13. I mean, Pugstars, they had a big weight. So you know, we were talking about this before, and when you get off a recently played game, is that better or is that worse? I'm not sure, but I guess right now Pugstars kind of showing us why maybe having that little bit of a cool off isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, and a beautiful spot there. Seeing maybe just the inkling of a shoulder or an elbow. Going to send some shots down. Do a lot of damage onto the Rays from Last Round Save. But this is really slow, and we're seeing these flashpoints come out from both of these teams being super clutch for them. Here it is, another flashpoint. They're going to go out on there. Denya is going to take down another one, but this is Pugstars absolutely bowling over the competition. Last Round Save, having a hard time keeping up with them at the moment. But like you said, they could be a little bit weary, a little bit tired from what was going on from that last round. 15-13 is a long match. So they're going to have to continue on, keep the momentum, but at the moment, Pugstars staying out on top, but we are probably going to go into a full buy round. Do you think here, Laz?
Yeah, they should have enough money that they can get the rifles on the board. They could go for the glass cannon operator if they want. I mean, we can see the Yeoman does have 5,000, but is it really worth it at this moment? I mean, that's a big test. I mean, Yoshi could try to, you know, force a rifle for his teammate, could try to do something a little bit cheeky, but I mean, it's just kind of depending on a map like Split. I definitely think on the attacking side, it makes it really hard to kind of utilize the operator to its fullest potential, in my opinion. But I mean, we will have to see, and I think they did actually decide not to go for it, but Denya could be trying to get a little bit with the Blade Storm, creating a storm inside this B main, B garage. And Aqua already getting some good control and just waiting here. And some slow play here from Last Round Save.
Yeah, they know that they're on a you know, a bonus round, but Derek waiting with this flashpoint. This is a really scary moment when you get to see, you know, with God mode, get to see the flashpoint getting ready and a paranoia. This is going to look rough for Last Round Save, but no, Yoshi wins out in the gunfight there. Rahante gets one, but it's traded out. Last Round Save are on top for the first time here in the grand finals of Valorant Sunday Showdown, 4-3. And they're sending lots of rounds downrange here towards Bossy, and it's all up to Bossy. I think Bossy just has two blast packs and a death from Yoshi, and 3K for Yoshi himself. That's looking real nice.
Yeah, that's a nice clean round from Last Round Save. I mean, we were talking about, you know, when you go for the full save, I mean, they were down 3-0. A lot of pressure for them to get that round. It was really critical because really that would have just allowed Pugstars to pick up free weapons, potentially just scrape up a couple more rounds and having this big lead. And especially in a map like Split, I mean, it gets even more hard. But they do respond back in good fashion. Denya gonna get the operator in his hands. Bossy gonna be close on to this site, and now it looks like actually this is a bit of a trap here. Last Round Save going to be going back for the big push, and now both Denya and Bossy, the two players to hold things down, and the execute has already commenced. Bossy wins that first exchange though. There's just no trades available yet from Last Round Save. They're completely stuck, but they're able to get into the site choice. I mean, really, how long? They need to do something a little bit different on this post plant. Yeah,
this is going to be a really tough post plant. You've got 5v4, a 5v4 situation, as well as this operator that is holding the craziest angles right now. The blind goes in. Yoshi picks up one. This is actually crazy. The trades are going in 1-for-1 right now. It is a 3v1 situation. Can Corsonics do this? No, not with Denya and an operator going absolutely ham in this situation. 4-1, Pugstars on top of Last Round Save. I'm really hoping that this may be, Laz, just kind of the fact that you're on attack on Split. But, I mean, we'll have to see. Pugstars have a fantastic lead right now.
Here. Yeah, there's a really good hold. I mean, the one thing, you know, to know from last round is Corsonics was on the big flank on a ramp. And if he would have been able to pick up that double frag, you can see both players were just about to drop off. He picked up Rajante, took him down. But I mean, if he would have been able to get Denya, that would have made it into a 1-on-1 situation. So that really could have changed things around from last round save. But it's just those seconds. It's those milliseconds that we talk about. And that's where last round save, they just weren't able to capitalize on it, unfortunately. But Pugstars going to be tested now at the B site to see what they can make work of Nerfed. Going to be in the back of the site now, holding things though. He's still full utility, has some dark cover if he wants. They're going to be able to get this orb. So now they have 4 ultimates available this round if they want to use it. And it's not a bad call. I mean, they have light weapons on this round. They could try to get the Bladestorm to be that first entry.
Good. There it is. The first shot from the operator is going to miss. A very unfortunate situation. They're going to have to draw his fire somewhere else besides the showstopper, and here it is. These ultimates going in. No! The friendly fire! And Bossy TV going in ham with his own utility. This is a really unfortunate situation for last round save. They're going to have to come up big with this. It is a 3v4 situation. Derek gets caught out with the knife, and Glyph in mid, pushing up through heaven. Nerfed gets another frag. This is looking like it's Pugstars all the way again. 5-1. Laz, what just happened there?
Oh man, it's just like a carousel going through into B tower. I mean, they just weren't able to find each other, and then just like the team frag against each other. I think that was Yoshi that got taken out from Aqua's showstopper. I mean, you want to stop the show, that's a good way to do it. And now, I mean, Pugstars, they're going to be at 4 rounds, so 5-1 like you said, and they're going to have to go for just the pistol and the eco buy. Yoshi going to be actually having the Vandal, so I mean, I'm a little bit curious on this play, and this is kind of, you know, is it a bit of a trigger buy or something like that? But I mean, really thinking that Yoshi might be able to find these openings, and man, this is the tall order for him.
A tall order indeed. Here it is, Corsonics. Oh my gosh! Gets a beautiful headshot. Kind of jiggle peeks there around the corner. Is trying to get another headshot in this situation. He's kind of stuck, but they actually send in a smoke to help him. That's a very interesting smoke from the defender's side to actually kind of aid in the attacker getting away scot-free, basically. I don't know what the situation there was, Laz, but here we go. They're going out onto the site. The turret doing a little bit of damage there, and Nerf gets a kill onto Aqua, but Rajante in a beautiful position to get a couple of frags here. Might get another one to his name, and this is just looking bad again for last round save.
This is just a complete shambles. I mean, right now, last round save, they've been able to take down some bodies. Of course, Sonic's by himself. He still has a little bit of utility available. Does have the turret that he's now going to be using. A little bit of a decoy for himself, but even Daniel holding a very close angle. Oh, he's got a very tight angle, and if he can get past this, that'll be a good start, but Corsonic's just going to walk right into it. A close round, a lot of damage is done, but Pugstars really, they're just crumbling any sort of plan from last round save. And this is now a big test once more. I mean, 6-1. If they can't pick up this round, this is allowing Pugstars to even get closer to that double digits, potentially in the first half.
I mean, we've seen it a lot in Split. It does feel kind of like a split, and I feel like Pugstars, they are looking really nice on this map. They have put the time in. It seems like they actually really enjoy this map in general. And so last round save, kind of having a hard time on the attacker side. And I mean, we do see that pretty often. But I just gotta say, man, I hope they're able to turn it around on the second half. But here it is, Rolling Thunder is going to go out, and now this is going to be a hard B hit up through heaven. But the amount of flashpoints that are coming out and utility coming out from Pugstars is absolutely stopping their push in its tracks. And now they're going to have to rethink what they're going to do, Laz.
Yeah, those flashpoints were absolutely important because he was able to stop it. And Derek, he's actually able to take down one. He still is alive, so he's able to find a second now. So Nerf just spamming on through, but he only finds one. It's going to be Corsonics on the clutch situation. That's going to be 2 heads that have fallen. Call him the Headhunter. He's got 13 bullets remaining. The ultimate available here for the Killjoy, but he needs to be very careful. Both players now going to be close on by. Jonte going to hold things through. The spike is in his possession, so this makes it even harder for Corsonics. And you can see both players going to be holding hands. Bit of a tea party in the back of the stairway now. Corsonics making a lot of noise. He might be able to get across. That Nanostorm nade going to get taken down though, so not going to be able to push back these players. This is looking even more grim here, Choice. And running on through with Denya, he finds it.
Oh, beautiful setup from Pugstars. I mean, setting up the crossfire. You got Denya with this operator. Has not been taken down yet. 11 and 2. I mean, ever since the operator has gotten into Denya's hands, no death. I mean, he has taken this so far. And that's the crux of, I mean, Pugstars win. Like, I don't know, win here. Last round save, have to find out how to stop that operator. They have to use those flashes, that utility, to keep the operator moving, to keep, I don't know, just to take ground from this op. It's so tough, Les.
It really is. And I mean, when you have somebody that's popping off with the operator, I mean, that just makes things more complicated. The complexity just gets bigger and bigger. And now Bossy getting a bit more aggro, and he's able to find one, not able to find another. Aqua does get the trade. So they got a little bit of control, but Denya, he's still just going to be the man to hold the post. Scoped in, he knows exactly where it is. Rahante going to be able to find that shot onto the Omen. So now 4-on-2 situation. Spike not going to be in the best position. They do have it retrievable. Even Denya, look at this. He's feeling full confidence. Corsonics, he's just trying to jump around like a bunny rabbit.
I mean, I really, I gotta give it to Corsonics. Getting the courage to even peek that operator is insane, but now it is just one player left. And honestly, Laz, I feel like he should just kind of take the death. Try and take someone with him. Do something with this because, you know, ever since the econ changes, if you save, you're only getting 1,000 credits. That's pretty rough on econ in general. So here's Nerf. Going to get the headshot onto Aqua. Good try from Aqua. Good try from last round save. But I mean, it's 8-1, Laz. This is looking pretty dire.
It really is looking quite dire. I mean, and now they're going to be able to have enough to get the rifles on the board, but they just haven't been able to figure out the right answer. I mean, they try to go for a B hit, doesn't work. They try to go for an A exec, doesn't work. They try mid, it doesn't work. I mean, you know, there's just so many options that you can do. They do have 2 ultimates that they can now try. They have the lockdown from Killjoy. Maybe that's what they need. I mean, they could use that to start things off and really push back the defense. The fault line is going to be a very good start. Denya going to be actually caught, completely stunned, but they don't capitalize on it. They don't even push through it. And Denya, he's able to pick up a frag. He's looking for a little bit more, but that cannot happen here last round save.
Oh, you hate to see stuff like that. I mean, it hurts. Denya taking the low, but just not low enough. And this is a full B-site hold from Pugstars. I don't think last round save can get through this unless they burn ults, and there it is. The lockdown goes down. We do have a teleport, but they are pushing it so hard. The flashpoints come out clutch, and they are able to take down the ultimate, but that's about it, and it's just Bears. Bear Z gets another one, gets a nice double kill there, but oh no. Laz, this is tough.
The Spike always just seems to be in the worst spot for last round save, and I mean, that's a big thing to note from Pugstars. I mean, the fact that they're picking up those frags, I mean, I always talk about impact, but that is the biggest impact that you can do. If you can stop the attackers from not having the Spike, I mean, that just makes it even harder because then you either have to commit to finding it or you have to frag out. And I mean, most of the positioning from these players from last round save, they've just been a little bit slowed down and really just caught off their tracks, which makes it even easier for Pugstars to run on through.
Yeah, I feel like what needs to happen is they need to call a quick little timeout, kind of have a refresh, even stand up, get away from the monitor, get your shakes out, and then come back and get back on your game, because stuff like that cannot happen. Denya is able to take down Aqua almost instantaneously, and there's another one from Bossy. This is looking so tough. Oh my goodness, Pugstars rolling over the competition, and there goes the paranoia, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He pushes out through the smoke, gets the trade through from Nerf, but it's just Corsonics left again, and he's going to stare at the ground, maybe take the brunt of these bullets, but I don't know, Laz. This is looking tough.
This is looking like the biggest issue right now. I mean, Corsonics now 31 HP on the 1-on-2, only has a Spectre, has 1 Nanoswarm nade available. still plenty of utility available here now. Derek, even just completely reading the look at it. Should be an easy frag, picks it up. I mean, 10-1 now. Last round of this first half. And I was saying that before, that, you know, those few rounds ago, that last gun round from last round save, it was much needed. And this is kind of why 10-1. I mean, you can pull this round. Yeah, it can be, you know, sort of a comeback. But at this moment, Pugstars, they look like they're on another level.
Yeah, they're on another level. Last round save, they just feel tired, you know. They need to reset the mentals, try and get as much energy back, and just life in general, back into their fingertips, back into their gameplay here. And I feel like they can totally do it. And they're getting in there right into the faces of Pugstars. I mean, Yoshi just took a ton of ground, and that's exactly what they need to do. But no! Bossy puts a stop to the showstopper, and that's a really unfortunate situation for last round save. Here it is, Pugstars again coming out on top in these gun duels, using their utility to the max. And Denya, my goodness, this operator is so dirty on the side of Pugstars. This is a rough half for last round save. 11-1 up is Pugstars, and my goodness, Laz, what a half that was.
That literally couldn't have gone, well, I mean, it could have gone better, but I mean, that pretty much went as best as it could for Pugstars. I mean, they lost one round in round number 4, and then they just completely took over that first half. 11-1. There's a chance now, if they take this pistol, this could just be the nail in the coffin. I mean, last round save, they need everything. They need to refuel the car. They need to get that tank filled up, because right now, everything is on the line. This is a best of 3, so I know there's a few people that are curious. For the grand finals, here at the VSS, of course, a BO3, so there is another opportunity, but for map number 1, they absolutely need to pick this up if they have any sort of a fighting chance.
Yeah. They're gonna have to get some energy and some life back into them. Here it is. We might actually see a Denya, though, gets taken down. Nice trade by accident there from the Roomba. That's a beautiful trade that you want to see. Yoshi gets a beautiful headshot onto Derek, and that really opens up mid for last round save to control this area. That's exactly what they need to see. But look at Rahante chilling down here in hell, just waiting for the leap of death. 3 members chilling next to each other. It's actually going to provide a lot of space for that paint shells, but it was a little overarching. But look at this. Oh my goodness, here it is. The commitment onto the site from last round save, but there it is. Look at Nerfed. Going in from the backside is actually going to be able to get something done here. I think they might actually win this round just based off of the defuse, but Nerf does pick up one. Beautiful round from last round save. This is what they need. Laz, do you think they'll be able to take this momentum forward?
I mean, anything is possible. I mean, we have, you know, you take it round by round, and last round save, we saw before they were down in, you know, the semifinal game, and then they were able to pull things back, and then they lost the lead and brought things back. But I mean, this is a long road, a long yellow brick road, but we'll have to see if they can make it through. And even now the force going to come in from Pugstars, so they're really trying to bring the closure here. They want to really get things on to map number 2, so this is a big test.
It is a big test. I mean, this really shows who has the mental fortitude to continue under such strenuous situations. And Yoshi coming out on top from Denya. That is a huge impact frag, like you like to say there, Laz. That's exactly what we need to see. That is a top fragger down, out of the map right now. He's not in the server. He has been taken down. Yoshi getting some huge frags right now, Laz. You love to see stuff like this.
Oh, and this is so good. I mean, Nerfed has been able to cross through. They might not expect him to be this close. The jet actually does look like reading it, so Yoshi able to pick up a quad, but if Nerfed, if he could have crossed at that moment, he could have been going for the big flank. A lot of good timing, but just unfortunately did not pan out through. And last round save, fortunately for them, they're able to get another round in their favor. Gonna be the Shiko purchase now for Pugstars. They're gonna try everything they can in this round, but we talk about Split. I mean, Split, you know, is historically known to be that, you know, heavy defensive map. I mean, lots of changes have happened here, but definitely we'll have to see if that's going to be true.
Yeah, and it would be very interesting to like look into the mind or the I guess the schedule of some of these teams, like what kind of maps that they actually really enjoy playing. Bossy getting a nice headshot onto Aqua. and just to see like kind of how their mentals are on each map. Because, I mean, it's different from map to map, and sometimes a team can pick a map that they know the other team does not like at all, and it kind of seems like this is the case at the moment. But now, last round save, since they are on the defense, we are seeing a new life in them right now.
And these are a lot of big pickups, and now Bossy's able to find 2 running on through into the site, and this is a little bit of a mistake from last round save. They're going to be a little bit too aggro, allowing those one-on-one exchanges. And even now, Rahante going to be playing the close angle. Bladestorm going to be now activated here from Yoshi. Yoshi needs to find the opening, but able to dash on through, make it sprayed down. That's going to be 2, making it 3. Rahante comes up, cleans up now, putting themselves at match point for map number 1.
Oh, no. They just didn't check that corner, and that's one of those situations that, I mean, like in hindsight, it's 2020, but when it's happening live and in the moment, it's tough to kind of think of some of those things, especially when you've been playing for hours upon hours in a competitive sense. And so I really have to shout out to Last Round Save. They are doing the best they can in this situation. Yoshi popping off 15 and 13 with 3 assists as a Jet. I mean, you gotta give it to him. He's got some assists as a Jet.
The assists are adding up, but even right now, Sonic able to find the 1. This is a good start already. Pugstars are going to be pushed back a little bit, but Bossy, again, just running on through. But Denya finds one. He's almost able to find another. And now 3 players remaining. And that's going to be the showstopper going to be used. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Going to be able to pick up that frag now. 2 players remaining, Core Sonics and the Rays. They need to do absolute miracle work here. They need to find some big frags. And now that's going to be that, though. Pugstars are going to be the stars here on Split with a big win. 13-3 choice.
Whew, I mean, a very convincing win indeed. It is Split. I mean, they have been feeling crispy right now. I mean, every shot you were seeing, every gunfight, they were winning those. And we really want to see LRS pop up, get the energy back, the life back into them for this map 2. I do believe map 2 is Bind, so we are going to see Bind in this matchup here. So this is going to be a really fun one. I'm hoping to see LRS kind of pop off, maybe win some of those frags again, and then I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, the semifinal game that they just played on, I mean, before was Haven. So, I mean, you know, we haven't really seen a ton of them on Bind. So for Last Round Save, I think they are a relatively new team together. So, I mean, there's still lots of hope that they can do a lot of great things. I mean, it is only map 1, still 2 more maps that they could take it. I mean, the reverse sweep potentially. But I mean, right now, Pugstars, the way they were playing on map number 1, oh boy, I'd be nervous if that was Last Round Save.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I gotta say, I gotta give it to them. They won the Valorant Sunday Showdown the week they were announced as a roster. So that in itself is really cool. And that was 2 weeks ago. So we are 2 weeks in, and once again, they are in the grand finals. So they are fighting for their lives right now. I mean, this is a great grand finals. They have given us some pretty good stuff. So Pugstars, keep it going. And we're going to see you guys after this quick little break. We're going to give them a nice little break just to kind of revitalize themselves. And we will see you after this short one.
And welcome back. We're here for the Valorant Sunday Showdown with your host, of course, Laz and Choice. The lovely plays. Map number 2 for the best of 3. And I don't think nail biter is the right word, but domination will be the word. I think big game for Pugstars.
Yeah, you know, a 13-3, I would say, is a big game. But now we're going to bind. And last round save has to just completely forget what just happened. It never happened. It's not a 1-0. This is it. This is for all the chips here. So they just have to reset the mentals and look at this. We are seeing a possible Brimstone here, Laz.
Yeah, and I think Brimstone on a map like Bind honestly makes way more sense to me than an Omen. A lot of close quarter combat. I mean, a lot of quick rotations, things like that. So I think Brimstone with his 3 smokes makes such a big difference. Orbital Strike, just able to just isolate so many parts of the map. It looks like it is going to get locked in. So I like this play. Nerfed. He's going to try to make me probably eat my own words and play the Omen. So we'll have that Omen versus Brimstone, but we'll have to see what is going to happen here on Bind. So can Pugstars close things out with a 2-0 sweep, or can last round save make things a bit more interesting and push it all the way to the distance? Choice.
Well, we're going to have to see. Because, last game, we saw something crazy. And, you know what? I'm going to stop talking about the last game, Laz. This is our first game of the night, everybody. Just kidding, it's game 2. We are here on Bind. And I'm going to fully reset because I feel like not only does last round save kind of have to reset their mentals and their energy, I have to reset, everybody has to reset. It's just a thing that we have to go through. And we could actually see a map 3 if last round save can really bring that reset and feel it too. So, last round save, Pugstars are up 1-0 here in the grand finals. We're going to see some big action here. 3 members of last round save pushing down C-Long.
Yeah, this is some big aggression. So actually, since they're playing the defense, they're trying to bring the fight right to them. But Derek able to take one before he falls. So some quick action already. And even Bossy, look at this. He's trying to be a little bit more adventurous as well. A lot of trades are coming in now, making it a 3-3. But Pugstars, they're actually going to be able to push into this A site. They're going to be able to cross on over. The cyber cage allows them to now get into the site. Spike's going to get planted. It will be the Brimstone that's able to find it. Now, just leaving it all down to one lonely Jet. Can this Jet find 3 opponents? Denya able to find the one, still looking for a little bit more. Ghost in hand has a little bit left of utility. And boy, oh boy, Choice, that paint can is just going to land right on top of him. And now it will be last round save to save the pistol round.
That's perfect. That's exactly what they need. I like this switch up too. Corsonics now on the Raze instead of the Killjoy. This is beautiful. I mean, we're seeing Bear Z there on the Killjoy. Excuse me. I am getting all switched up here. But Bear Z now on the Killjoy, and Corsonics is now on the Raze. This is beautiful. 4 out of 7 ultimate points. That's what we want to see. We want to see those big showstoppers. And this is a nice big force round from both teams.
This is a big force, though. Pugstars, they're still feeling pretty hot from their first win on map number 1, so they're going to try to bring this fight right back to them. Last round save. Going to go for the purchase with winning this pistol in a pretty good convincing fashion. Spike going to make its way towards the B site now, so a 4-1 split. The Cypher actually going to be the big lurk. And a lot of information has been gained. The Phoenix, we could see from last round save, was able to creep on through from washroom, so they now know there's not a lot of commitment, but Brimstone going to actually be able to be a peekaboo, take down Denya. Spike going to be planted now. It's a 4-on-5 situation. The post plan, it's now commenced to your choice.
Very, very interesting situation. They kind of started pushing their way back out of C-Long, but then they came back, and here it is. They're going to have to do something big here. What is Yoshi doing? I don't know. I don't know what is happening, but here comes the Molotov from Glyph. Going to be able to stop the push for but a second. A Nerfed comes out hot and heavy with that Spectre and hitting his shots in a big way.
A big round. Lots of momentum has been shifted here for Pugstars. So, I mean, now last round save, like you said, I'm not sure what Yoshi was trying to do. Like, I think he was trying to get on top of the box, but didn't want to get caught with the recon bolt. But I mean, it just did not work out. But now we have ourselves back to a tie game, and there's going to be some shotguns. There's going to be a shorty. There's going to be a Bucky. You know, last round save. They're hoping, they're farming for something here. But Pugstars now looking like they're in the driver's seat at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a dream to get those beautiful shotgun kills when they're pushing into hookah, but I have a feeling the Pugstars kind of know that this might happen. Basically, 5 members pushing through B long, and they are now on the site. This is basically a free site for them, and this post-plant situation from Pugstars is looking really nice. You got the smoke here that Glyph is kind of hanging out in, with 2 members still hanging out in hookah, like waiting for the slow rotation from Pugstars. But this positioning is so interesting from Pugstars. They're not pushing into corners. I feel like they kind of know, or they expect some of these crazy angles to work against them. But now, Pugstars once again just dominating the field, Laz.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the setup was from last round save. I mean, they played a bit of a retake situation, but they didn't have the best weapons to do that. So, I mean, when you have a Bucky, it makes it even that harder. I mean, it almost would have been, in my opinion, would have been a bit easier if they would have been anchoring that site, tried to at least try to pick up a frag or 2, but instead they go for the retake. You know, typically retakes can work, but I mean, you want that to be in the rifle round. But speaking of rifles, that is going to be here. So both teams going to have a bit of a mix on the inventory side. But now last round save, last chance here, not even the last chance, a first chance at redemption, and we'll have to see what they can find. But this is some pretty aggressive play from Glyph, already getting the orb, and that's very good because now 1 away from getting that orbital strike.
Yeah, we kind of saw this last time. Once last round save got some rifles in their hands, they were able to take a round off of Pugstars. But then after that, Pugstars kind of put a stop to them again. Hopefully they'll be able to carry some of the momentum with this rifle round into the next couple of rounds, but Pugstars already starting big, getting 1 hit with the Hunter's Fury, and that's going to be a huge amount of information for them. And now a nice big B push. Laz, what do they got to do to win this?
We're going to actually get very aggressive, run it back, and go for the flash. Actually does make it work, so that's going to be a good start. Starting to look for a little bit more with the run it back. So now a second chance, but no! Rahante able to get the spam, takes down Aqua. So now the showstopper from Corsonics, he's trying to make something out of it. No, the showstopper will not be connected, but does find the head of Nerf now. 2 players remaining on the side of Pugstars. The HP's very low. It's critical for the Sova, but it doesn't matter. Rahante's still finding these players, picking up 3 so far. Recon Bolt gets the location. Derek, He's just being an absolute Dennis the Menace, and this is a quad from Rahante, and now looking for the ace, but it is going to be the ace because it's the classic to bring it through.
Did you see Derek pop around the corner trying to steal the ace? I saw it. I saw it.
That's such a BM on your own teammate. You're like, yeah, no, man, I don't want you to get the ace. Nah, I'm going to steal, bro.
But no, Rahante, as crazy good as he is, pulls out the classic and is able to finish it off, get that ace for himself. And once again, that was a buy round from last round save. That was full rifles in hand. And now look at this, 2 Buckies, some Sheriffs. This is rough, Laz. I mean, they've been having a hard time keeping their, I don't know, keeping their econ up.
Econ is really, really important at this point, right? I mean, Pugstars are up now 3-1. You're able to push on through, get a lot of control. I mean, Corsonic's trying to make something with this Sheriff. Recon Bowl is going to give his position away, but Denya taking down the Killjoy. Actually, a little bit of reply back here from Aqua. And actually, Corsonics is able to find 2, making it 3.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! And now Rahante by himself, he has to deliver now more frags.
Oh my gosh, that is a perfect situation that we want to see. Last round save. I mean, some of these teams are just crazy on these save rounds, these Shiko rounds, as you like to say. I mean, they've been pulling off some stuff that shouldn't be able to pull, that they shouldn't be able to pull off. And now Glyph still has this orbital strike, hasn't had to use it yet, and has an opportunity to be able to use it in this round.
Yeah, the options are definitely there. I mean, with that orbital strike, you can use it in so many different ways, of course. I mean, on that defensive side, they might be able to find something, but Corsonic single-handedly putting that round into his own hands, and that's going to be the big play. 3 players swing for that takedown Bossy, and that's a really good pickup, and Bossy's been a huge thorn in the side here for last round save. They lose their duelist, they lose an ultimate Glyph, able to find 1, but that's actually some good trades being exchanged now. Pugstars down to only 2 players remaining. They're stuck in middle. They have the spike choice. They don't really have a lot of options. They have no control really of this map yet.
Yeah, and almost no control at all. They are pushing into Hookah, but this Hookah jump is just so dirty. It's so scary to make this jump in general, and Yoshi has the perfect angle to be able to take down Derek, and it's just Denya. Just Denya, just nobody. Yoshi finishes it off, and there it is. Last round save ties it up 3-3. This is what we want to see, Laz.
It's everything you want. Now we got to a 3-3 situation. 3 ultimates available for both teams. You have the Showstopper, you have Blade Storm, Orbital Strike, into the shadows. I mean, what can we see? What is up in the plan? What is in the playbook at this moment? I mean, for the side of Pugstars, I mean, we could see I mean, there's no point for the Blade Storm to be used at this moment. I definitely think Blade Storm is really good on the eco round. But I mean, that Showstopper might be able to find that first connection. But Denya, you know what? He's going to prove a point to me. What do I know? He's going to see what he might be able to frag out.
Absolutely. Glyph holding a very interesting angle, able to get 1, is traded out by Bossy. He's going to continue on that, but Corsonics coming in hot and heavy with this. Showstopper is going to try and get something done with it. Maybe does a teeny bit of damage, but Rahante is going to be able to trade him out. That is exactly what needs to happen, and he knows exactly where they are now. Yoshi spotted out, sending down the hat, and they're going to have to figure out a different way to do this. There's 1 member, and it is Aqua, and he's going to be able to take down Denya. This is what was a 3v3 situation, now down to a 3v2. But the Showstopper comes out and does barely any damage to Aqua. An unfortunate situation. The spike is going down. Aqua has another curveball, but no, he's taken down by Bossy. Can they clutch this one out, Laz? It is a 2v2 situation. Pugstars have a lot to do, but the lockdown comes down. Laz, can they do this? It is a 1v2.
Yeah, the lockdown's going to be used, so they're able to pick up that frag, and actually Bear Z able to find the head of Rahante. So now, making it to the one-on-one situation, Bossy has to run back, but now able to creep on through. Time is completely ticking. The spike hasn't been diffused, hasn't even been touched yet. And Bossy now giving his position away. They're going to have to see Bear Z just creeping on through, just baiting things out. And this is a really good bait here that's coming in from the Rays. Creeping on through, using the footstep. Look at this, he's completely selling it to Bossy. Using the sound to his advantage and takes it back in the lead. 4-3. Phenomenal clutch.
And it all came down to him losing or wasting his bullets. He had to reload. And oh, it hurts. It hurts to see it because I've been there so many times and you know how it is. But they can't look at the past. They got to look to the future, Laz. And the future is they have 2 ultimates, 2 combat ultimates that they could use in a big way. They've got the knives. I mean, Yoshi doesn't even have to buy anything. It looks like we're actually going to see that. Yoshi's still has the classic in hand, going to try and get something done with the knives. A 4-man push, A short from last round save. And I have a feeling Pugstars have a feeling themselves that something like that is going to happen. We are in a tech pause here. Never mind. Time is ticking now. But this is a scary moment, Laz.
Yeah, using the orbital strike, this is really good, and I'm glad that they went for this, because now this allows them to get that map control. They're able to push on through, so not much contention that's going to come from Pugstars. But it's the wrong read. They're completely pushing. They're going to be inside of garden, and Bears D was trying to be a little bit too aggressive, going to get caught off guard completely in the Nanostorm nade, and now Pugstars, they're just down to 2 players, so they've lost some bodies. They're going to be able to pick up this orb, 1 away from getting that Hunter's Fury. Now they don't have any smokes. They do have the Cloudburst available for Denya. But I mean, like we've seen with the nerf, they don't last as long. So I mean, this is a big ask for that utility to be available at this moment, Choice.
Definitely a big ask indeed. Actually going to get a little bit of damage with that. The flick from Denya is going to take down Yoshi, the rival Jet. Here it is, a nice crossfire set up, but Denya is on the 3K glyph with the trade, and there's still a 2v1 situation. Derek staring down the wrong way. Aqua is here, ready for the crossfire, and there it is, the push out, and glyph with the 3K to bring him up and to tie him up. 4-4, last round save are alive once again.
Yeah, that crossfire was the best position for them to be in, and it's a big play from Glyph not actually peeking or jiggle peeking, because if he would have jiggle peeked, I would have given up the shoulder, which would have allowed Derek to potentially land that frag, which would have made it a 1-on-1 duel, making it that much easier to have another 1-on-1 duel. So a lot of discipline that comes through from last round save. They bring this back to a tie game. Pugstars, they don't have a lot of money in the bank that they can use, so at this moment they're probably just going to go for a big aggro play, try to get in the site. They still have the Hunter's Fury, so they can push back the defense if they want with it. And it already looks like they're going in hot and heavy. They're just going to be trying to get the spike down, get that money bonus as much as possible. And already it's looking good for them.
There it is, Bear Z going to take down Denya. It's a beautiful start for last round save. 5v4 situation. Bear Z gets another one, gets a third, tries to get the 4th, but it's going to be taken down by Derek, who gets himself a 2K, excuse me, with some beautiful headshots with the Sheriff. But my goodness, here comes Rahante trying to get something done here, but he is going to be taken down by Glyph. And there's another round for last round save. They are living up to their name right now with a last round save, basically. Feeling like they're coming up.
Yeah, they're really making it squeaky. They're definitely pulling rounds through. So now they've been able to pick up 2 in a row. So their economy is getting a little bit bigger and bigger now. There will be Pugstars that are going to be able to have the full buy. So they have full armor, so nobody has to sacrifice the HP or the armor at all. But even now, 5-4, only a few more rounds to go in this first half. Map number 2, and even Yoshi going to be bringing out the operator to this gun battle. Not going to be able to land that shot. The quick dash away from Denya gets a second chance of this, and Aqua going to be pushing through. The run it back is now activated, so a lot of information, a lot of intel, investigating so much. Going to be able to creep on through, but not enough in time. That fuse is now fizzled. Derek trying to use the Hunter's Fury, push back the opponents, try to get them out of position so that they can get somewhere. Try to get some kind of map control here, Choice.
Yeah, it definitely feels like Pugstars are giving a lot more credit where it's due for last round save. I mean, they did bowl them over there on split, but this is bind now. This is a totally different feel. I mean, you've got the teleporters, and it seems like last round save have been kind of using them to their advantage. They haven't been over aggressive with the teleporters. They've just been using them at the right time, and it's getting them rounds on Pugstars. So we're seeing them kind of respect last round save right now. And they see the shoulder. Bossy TV peeks out at the wrong time. Yoshi almost gets a second. And this is a crazy situation already for Pugstars. They're down 1 member. 2 members, 3, my goodness, Corsonics with the 3K, keeping it going, keeping them alive, and there it is, a 4K from Corsonics, keeping them up 6-4 last round save.
Well, I can tell Corsonics really wants to get that MVP award. I mean, single-handedly put 2 rounds into his hand. That's a quad and then the ace that we saw previously a couple rounds ago. 12-6, he's on top of the server right now. Close on by Rahante, 11-8, but Corsonics, my god, I mean, with a duelist popping off like this makes things even more difficult for Pugstars, and we're not seeing that same squad, not seeing that same firepower and confidence that we saw in map number 1.
Oh, absolutely. Corsonics has a showstopper again, pushing through with the showstopper. Excuse me, we heard the knives come out from Pugstars, I do believe. But, oh, beautiful timing from Aqua. Going to be able to get 1 kill and is not traded out. Does a lot of damage, but he's going to heal with the hot hands. But Denya is now going to be able to get a pick onto Aqua. And here it is, a good start for the most part. But Pugstars, they are low on health. They are unhealthy right now, unless you're Denya coming through with the knives, going absolutely ham. And this perfect crossfire from Pugstars is keeping them alive, even though they have no health to their name. It's just Yoshi with this. Oh my goodness, Corsonics going off with the showstopper again, getting these frags, getting these picks. It is a 1v2 situation. Denya again with 29 HP and some knives.
Yeah, Denya is going to need to pull the ace clutch, going to run out of the knives, and it's going to be a little bit too late, but a lot of damage, a lot of good effort. They take down 3 bodies, they get the spike down, so they're going to have plenty of money to go into this last round. And it was looking very dangerous, complete mayhem. I mean, the fact that Denya was just able to run on through so many different angles of that site.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking pretty nervous for last round save, shaking in the boots, but they get the composure back, pick up some very good frags to just get a little bit more control of that mayhem. And now it's all down to the line here of this first half.
Yeah, Pugstars definitely got to be kind of shaking in their boots right now, because this is like a totally different team. They're definitely feeling I don't know, energized in this second half, or in this second map. So we might actually see that map 3 that we were talking about, Laz. But this time, the util comes out hot and heavy from Corsonics, sends in the paint shells at the right time, keeping them off that ult orb for now. It's going to back off a little bit. You don't want to take that fight a little bit too much, because you got to know that there's going to be a second member there. Last round save, playing pretty smart. They do have 2 fantastic ultimates to keep Pugstars off of their sights, and we might actually see those come out here really soon, Les.
Yeah, you might as well burn all the ultimates available too. I mean, you have 2 from each side. Bossy, you're going to try to make some connection. Does clear out the 1 angle. Defender Killjoy lockdown going to be used, so it's in the back of the site, so it's easily in a good spot to get destroyed. But Pugstars, they're not even going to entertain this at all. So instead, they're actually just going to fall back, wait for it to go through. And that's used pretty early on here, Choice. I mean, there's still plenty of time. I'm a little bit curious why Bear Z wanted to use it right away, but it works out for now. But we'll have to see. Pugstars are creeping on through again. Bear Z needs to stay alive here.
I think, oh, gets onto the triple, but Aqua with a nice double. Corsonics with another one. Oh my goodness, it is down to 4v1. Bossy TV by himself, and there it is. Last round save come out on top in the first half, 8-4 up against Pugstars, who they just lost to 13-3, Laz, on split.
Yeah, you were talking about resetting and mental fortitude. I mean, this is exactly it. I mean, last round save, they forgot about map number 1. And looking like an entirely new squad, a whole new roster that we're seeing from them. 8-4, they take the lead of that first half in very, spectacular performance. I mean, they really didn't show a lot of weakness. Their retakes were just pretty much on point. But now Pugstars, we saw them on defense on split. They were a freight train. They were gross. Like it was just something you didn't want to watch. But now we're gonna have to see, can they do that again? Can they run over last round save like we saw before?
Well, It is the half. It's a totally different feel. I feel like the Brimstone pick is actually going to come out clutch in this second half. But Bossy TV starting it off with a nice 2K. Corsonics is going to take down Nerf. Yoshi popping off as well with a nice headshot onto Bossy. This is huge. It is a 2v3 situation, 2v2, and now they actually have the site, and the spike is going down. Laz, this is going to be a tough retake for Pugstars. Never mind. Not that tough.
Spoke too soon, and look at that. Even just like that, Denya's like, guys, it's fine. Taking care of business here. Now, Pugstars, they pick up the pistol round. We saw, you know, a little bit back and forth for them on pistol rounds, but they make it work. Now they're only going to be a few rounds behind from tying things up, and I mean, we probably could see the force from last round save. I mean, they did get the spike down. There's a possibility they might try to just put as much money as they can just to see if they can keep this lead going and really messing up that economy here for Pugstars.
Oh, this is my best.
Whew. They gotta keep the momentum going, Laz. They're feeling it. You could tell they're feeling it right now. 16-8 on Corsonics. Got the judge. Probably going to go out hot and heavy onto the B side here, sending in a little bit of util. And here comes the... Oh, never mind. It's going to save the satchels for now, but Bossy does have this. Phantom is going to win out in the gunfight here. Denya kind of watching his back here in showers. This is a huge moment for Pugstars to be able to stay alive, but Yoshi kind of taking this corner a little weird. Gets traded out by Denya, but my goodness. Last round saver up. Excuse me, it's tied up 3-3. 3 members for 3 members. Never mind, 3-2. Pugstars down on the backside, nerfed. As well as the Sova here trying to get something done, Laz.
Using the TP. Nerf just missing it. He was really close. Right on their tail. Should be able to get this spike down, but Corsonic's going to be waiting for him inside the teleporter. Taking him down, leaving it all just down to one player, Derek. It will be awkward to find him with the Marshall. So, last round save, their force works out very well for them. Now they keep this lead going. Money situation for the Pugstars. Oh boy. I mean, we can't count it out. We've seen a lot of big sheriff plays. We've seen a lot of big clutches, classics, thrifty rounds. You name it. It's all been here today on week 44 of the VSS. Man.
Literally, it's all been here. We've seen the most insane Chico rounds coming out of some of these teams, including last round save, where they should not have won at all. I mean, we've seen the 16-14 rounds. We've seen 15-13 rounds. This is, you've got it all here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, and you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this, and you don't want to miss 4 members of last round save pushing down B long super hard.
Derek finds 1, Derek finds the 2. He's looking to make it 3. And look at this, running on through. This train doesn't stop. Aqua, a little bit of a bump, and it will not matter. Leaving it just down to Bear Z by himself. Has the Phantom. Still has a little bit of utility to go for if he needs. 2 nanostorms could try to get this player out. Actually lands a little bit of spam. I'm trying to see if he can get that little bit of a cheeky play. Spamming on through, doing a lot of damage. And 2 players from Pugstars, they're in the red. So they need to be very, very careful, not feed Bear Z at all. He can pick up 3 frags. He can get that ultimate ready too, but he's already taken down some serious damage. And Daniel, look at this. He's just going for it. They're just going to push this. They don't even care. And that's going to be the Bucky to bring it back. And I said this, you know, today has been, you know, you go to the restaurant, you want to order something, you're like, you know what, I'll have everything. You know, I feel like that's what we're seeing here. That's what we see in week 44 here, Choice.
We're getting an absolute smorgasbord of good plays. There's a fun word for you. Smorgasbord of fun plays here. The Valorant Sunday Showdown, week number 44, just like you said, Laz. I mean, this has been such a fun day of Valorant. It's been a long day, but fun nonetheless. And I'm really excited to keep it going. Last round save are still on top, 9-6, but Pugstars are definitely looking to bring it back here on the defense side. And we might actually see that.
Run it back going to be used now, so going to be pushing on through Denya, going to be able to dash out, smokes off, blocks it, Bossy lands the showstopper. That was the only ultimate for Pugstars, but it works very well, makes the connection That show will be stopped here for the Rays of last round save. Yoshi still trying to bring this gunfight, still trying to find something. 17 bullets in the clip, 70 HP. He's trying to find a little bit of something, but Bossy, no, the jiggle peak is just too strong. And now last round save, they're taking so much even more damage. Aqua going to be down to 64. Knife is out, gets a second opportunity for this choice. Oh boy, last round save. They need to get recomposed very quickly.
Yeah, definitely this attacker side is proving to be a little bit tougher than the defense side. I mean, that seems like common knowledge, but no, when you see these kind of frags by these players, like Aqua getting a beautiful double, but nerfed with the double himself, my goodness, it is a 1v3 situation. It's tough to see, but my goodness, nerfed coming out on top with a beautiful 3K, looking to catch up to last round save and stop the momentum that they had in the first half. This is where they want to be. They got to stop the momentum, and they've been holding these sites pretty darn well, I've got to say.
Yeah, we saw Pugstars on map number 1. I mean, we talked about split, and they were able to start on the defensive side, and it was completely unmatched. I mean, they were just able to mow it through, and that's what I was kind of curious about. I mean, they were still able to pick up some great rounds on the attacking side, but now they're really just making it that much harder for last round save. Looks like a little bit of a big push here that's going to come through, but no. And that's going to be the mow down that comes in favor for Pugstars. They're finding 2. Now Yoshi does have the Blade Storm ready to go. Needs to find some people quickly. Missing all the knives as much as you don't want to. And it's just looking like the meat grinder has now been flawless for Pugstars.
Oh, man. They are definitely putting a stop to last round saves momentum. Pugstars creeping their way back, 9-8, and still in the favor of last round save, but we're seeing the momentum swing back towards Pugstars. We might possibly see a quick grand finals here in the favor of Pugstars, but last round save, they are previous VSS winners. They have been in the grand finals a few times. I mean, this is a great team. This is a relatively new roster, but a great team in general. So 3 members of Pugstars kind of pushing towards B-Long. It might actually see quite a few members of last round save. They're going to have to push together in this situation because they have a nice crossfire setup from Pugstars. Will they be able to handle it? Woo! Oh my gosh.
What is happening? Bossy, he's able to get that TP out. He's like, you know what, guys? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to be out. I want to go for this. And the site's going to be now for last round save. 3 players remaining here for Pugstars, so they could try to go for this retake, but they're taking a very long time. It looks like all players are going to go a 1-1 split. All 3 1s, and they're going to try to go for a very interesting setup. They might just try to get the exits at this point and just try to burn the weapons down here, Choice.
I mean, that's the best thing that you can really ask for at the moment, just because, I mean, last round save, I don't know. It's a 5v3 situation. Never mind. Pugstars coming in hot and heavy right now. There is a trade at the moment. 3v2 situation. Bossy takes down another one. Glyph takes down another one, but Sonics finishes it off onto Nerf. Might actually get taken down by... Yeah, there it is. Gets taken down by the spike, but 1 member of last round save is left alive by the end of that one. 3 ultimates for last round save, and they are on double digits, Laz. This is huge for them.
This goes here. Yes, this should do.
You know, stopping this bus here from last round save. 10-8. Still plenty more Valorant to go. Map number 2. And like we said, Pugstars, they were able to run through map number 1, but the question is, can we go the distance or can it now be stopped? But we will see momentarily, and even now, a little bit of control from Pugstars. They're actually pushing a little bit more into the washrooms, as well as they're pushing down long B. So they're going to use the drone, going to get a lot of information. The orbital strike actually going to be pushing back these players, and it actually does land very well. It lands onto Derek, and that's big frags, taking 2 for the price of 1. So Denya, the only player remaining left in this site with the operator, taking some more damage. Gonna have to be the Lone Ranger, needs to find something, but no, it's gonna be Yoshi creeping on through, but oh no, Pugstars.
Oh my gosh, that's a spike on the complete opposite side.
He got the spike? How did he? What is going on? Last round save? What are you doing?
I think... I don't know. I have zero clue. You do have a
Oh,
paranoia
no.
nerfed. You could be able to do this. No! Yoshi takes him down for a 3K. And that's going to bring last round save up to 11. They're 1 point away from match point. This is huge for them. They just lost 13-3 up against Pugstars on Split. And now they have revitalized themselves, and you can tell in their gameplay. They're winning the gunfights. They're being aggressive, and actually it's paying off for them. And now they are almost to match point here on Bind up against Pugstars, and we might just see a map 3. I was literally just saying it could be a quick 2-0, but no, we might actually see a map 3. We love this kind of stuff.
And Pugstars, they do put the money in the board, so if they're not able to pick this up, this could really just be the nail to that coffin. But they're going to need to find something a little bit different. And I mean, right now, they just haven't been able to hold it down on these sites like we saw before. Moments of greatness, but moments of flaws as well. They need to find that succession as much as possible. Bossy and Co going to be close on this A and this B site. And it actually does look like the last round save. They might try to go for the execute towards B, but they haven't fully committed to it yet. The spike is still kind of hesitating in the back.
Oh, beautiful play. And Aqua barely gets out alive up against that showstopper. I mean, you saw it. It was like slow motion. He was backing out into the teleporter, running away from that showstopper. This is looking kind of bad for last round save. Pugstars have not lost a member yet. They have been in the right place at the right time throughout this entire round so far, and Rahante getting pretty aggressive here. Might actually get caught out in the moment, but no. Glyph sends down some smokes, and I feel like this is going to be the end so far, and a flawless round for Pugstars, bringing them up to 9 points on the board. Laz, this is 11-9. What an insane matchup. Last round save versus Pugstars. What is going on with this?
You can never count these teams out on those thrifty rounds, and we can already see it here. I mean, full weapons ahead, full speed ahead for Pugstars, and I mean, this is going to be the pistol eco round for last round save. We've seen both teams, again, they've been able to best each other on these thrifty rounds, but can it be again? And even Denya putting the Ob into a different position, actually going to fall back, but it will be the Boombot that's going to push him. He is able to get that first frag. If he can pick up this jet, that's going to be a good way to isolate its ultimate, but it's going to be Yoshi trying to creep on through. Does not have the dash available, only the updraft now available for him. Denya going to be in the back of the site. Yoshi clearing a lot of angles, but he's taking a lot of damage for it. He just hasn't been able to find anything at all, and Denya gets that frag, takes down on jet duels. Derek finds another 2 more, and of course Sonics, we've seen him do some nasty work with the Sheriff. For 5 members, that's too big surely, and it is going to be too big because now it's 11-10.
You know, chat, it's 1:30 in the morning. We're having a lot of fun here at the Valorant Sunday Showdown, just watching 2 Titanic teams battle it out here on Bind. It's 11-10 right now. Last round save are the closest they've been here in the grand finals to winning a map, and Pugstars are trying to inch their way back. I mean, they've got their claws dug in to last round save. You saw in the last 2 rounds that Pugstars have kind of gotten last round save's number this time. They've been winning out in some gun duels, as well as having perfect positioning. Look at the rotations from the members of Pugstars, and you can tell that they are ready to win this. But my goodness, Laz, this is a beautiful 2K from the Pugstars. Can they finish it off?
Very interesting round from last round save. So they try to go for the full commit onto Catwalk, but now they go through the TP, and that's going to be a bit of a double fake. So they're going to come right back onto short A, which Bossy is still going to be close on by. They haven't bid on this. I mean, they have 3 members at B, but they still have their 2 players committed at the site. And actually, Bossy now, the Nanostorm nade does make the connection, but he is still playing an off angle. They might not expect him to still be there. He can reposition himself as much as possible. Rahante still has the camera in washroom, so now he has a lot of information that he's fully aware that no players are near there at all. And this is just getting a little bit more of a question mark for last round save.
Question mark indeed. Slow round, less than 20 seconds, or excuse me, 30 seconds left. They're gonna have to do something big here. I don't think we have. Oh, this might actually be a save. Yeah, this looks like a save for LRS. They're gonna try and save here. They have 3 guns in hand. This is exactly what they should do, actually, in my opinion. They don't have a lot of util left over. And so they're going to take these guns into the next round, be able to buy some util, and that in itself will allow them to really be a contender in this next map, even through 2 members not being able to buy.
Choice, you remember like Microsoft Word, you know, with the paperclip that asks you like, do you need help with that?
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like that's kind of the moment of this game. I mean, both teams, we see they get on this hot streak, and then all of a sudden it just fizzles out, and then it's just, I thought of the paperclip, and he's like, hey, do you need some help with that? What can I do? I mean, now that's for last round save. They've lost, I think, 4 rounds in a row. They've been at the double digit for a long time, and all of a sudden, Pugstars have just been able to push themselves to the absolute distance, making it a tie game. And those rifles are going to be saved, so they're going to try to get some control. They're going to use the blaze wall to connect it, and they now know the Raze has made it. Sonic still gets the best of Rahante, so it's going to be Bossy. Death from above, and he's able to fall back, and that's going to be the lockdown used from Killjoy on the attacking side. So it's going to be a little bit of a tricky situation here for Pugstars, but they're still able to take these players down 1 by 1.
Oh my goodness, a very interesting situation. Now you see they already took elbow control just because of that ultimate, and my goodness,
no.
This is insane from Nerf. Comes around the corner for an easy double kill to bring him up to 3K, and that is match point for Pugstars. They had no business winning this. Last round save had every reason to bring it on to the end, but they've been stuck, like you said, for the last 4 rounds on point 11. 1 point away from match point. Or game point, excuse me, and I don't know. Pugstars are definitely looking to finish this off.
I'm just so surprised that, I mean, it was nerfed. He used the Into the Shadows, and he used it right in elbow. And I guess last round save, they did not hear it at all, because he just came right around that corner, and both players were just holding hands. They had no idea that anybody was that close on by, and he was able to just run on through them, taking them down. And even Bossy finding that frag. I thought that was Denya for a second. But no, Denya going to be pushed back a little bit. Actually does not go through the TV, but instead wants to go through Garden. He's still making a lot of magic, looking for a little bit more. And last round save, making it a 2-on-3 situation. Choice. The spike is still in their hands. Do they have what it takes? This is for all the marbles. They need this to go to overtime. Otherwise, Pugstars, they're taking this home.
It's going to be tough up against Rahante, who has been using the utility to the max here. And now this is that last round, using some utility and actually using this the shock dart to be able to take down some of the utility from from Killjoy. But this, oh no, this from Bossy, this is going to be really tough. They are trying their best to get something done here. Lots of util at their disposal, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough to take out the 3 members left alive from Pugstars.
Yeah, even Rahante's still able to get this information. Bossy going to come right from the back. Backstabs it through, but it's going to be Derek to get the shock dart. 13-11 Pugstars. They take it with a 2-0 sweep. My God, Choice. They do it.
I don't want to say I was worried that it was going to go to a map 3, but I was a little worried it was going to go to a map 3. I mean, these players are pushing to their limits here. We are, I mean, a lot of hours into this Valorant Sunday Showdown, and they were looking to finish it off. Pugstars once again, 2 weeks in a row, they have taken the #1 spot, that gold medal, the lion's share of $1,000. And they've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. Wouldn't you say so, Les?
No, I definitely would. I mean, that's just the cherry on top. I mean, like we were saying, they were down completely in the dumps, and then it looked like a Rocky movie. They're just like, yeah, let's just bring it back. They're training, and they just get a tie game, and then they started getting their groove back, doing big flanks. There was just so much of that individual play and the teamwork that we saw before, and it was just a thing of beauty.
Here it is. Bossy TV with the HyperX MVP of the Grand Finals with an average combat score of 290. We saw Bossy absolutely pop off in this Grand Finals, getting the most insane kills, and well deserved MVP for sure.
No, absolutely. I mean, Bossy around the fact that he was able to push all the way in the back. He pretty much, like we said, it was a complete sandwich. I mean, Pugstars are like, yeah, there's a big sandwich and there's nothing you can do. And I mean, that's a tough situation to be in. And he did some great things in all the matches we saw here today. Even map #1. I mean, he was just, that spray transfer was disgusting.
Oof.
Yeah, hats off to Bossy. Congratulations on winning the headset. Huge kudos. I mean, a lot of big plays with your team and just decimating all those guys.
Yeah, we love it. Well, that's going to conclude this week's Valorant Sunday Showdown week #44 with a win from Pugstars. 2 in a row. They have joined the 2 in a row club, I guess you could say. There's only a few up there, big frames, and I do believe Elysium are in there. So they have joined the 2 in a row club for the Valorant Sunday Showdown. We love that. Well, I have been Choice Plays, joined by Laz. Laz, any last words for the chat, for the homies out there watching?
No, I just want to give a big shout out. Thank you so much for having me here again, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Both Choice and I know we were really enjoying the game, and we were talking a lot about it. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks again. If you enjoyed it, make sure to throw a follow. Always love interacting with all the teams and the community, and that's it for me.
Yes, awesome. So we will see you guys next week for Valorant Sunday Showdown #45, which is absolutely insane to me. But once again, thank you for joining us here. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias, YouTube. The VODs of this crazy Grand Finals and this crazy day will be on YouTube at Vanguard, and that's about it. So we will see you guys next week. Thank you again.